Hey, what's up? I'm back after a long break from the channel, but right now, Xiaomi's flagship phone, the Mi 8. Let's go. The Mi 8 came in a few weeks ago together with this Mi 8-2, and in the box you'll find the phone, a USB-C cable and wall plug, and like all Xiaomi phones it comes with a SIM card tray opener, a USB-C to headphone jack adapter, and a pretty basic protective case. Even though it's very nice of them to include at least some basic protection, I would probably end up using it with one of the more premium feeling cases. The Mi 8 has got curved glass with nice looking bezels and a convenient size that makes the phone feel really nice in hand. On the back it's got a dual camera setup and fingerprint scanner placed in the center of the phone like Xiaomi does with most of their phones. Also, like on most of their phones, this fingerprint scanner is really quick and snappy. On the front it's got a 6.2-inch AMOLED display and this screen is huge. As I've got it here next to the Mi8-SE and the iPhone 10, you can see how much screen real estate that we've got on this phone. The front-facing camera is placed in the notch, and in this notch you'll also find this infrared sensor that's being used for face unlocking. The Mi 8 comes with the Snapdragon 845, which makes the phone feel very fast and responsive. It's got a USB-C port for data transfer and charging. Unfortunately, Xiaomi has decided to not include Qi wireless charging as found in their Mi8-SE, which is something that would have been very welcome. The camera is exactly like you would expect on Xiaomi's flagship phone. It shoots really amazing photos using its dual lens system. So I went out with Susanna and I've taken some pictures of her using both the wide angle and the portrait lens. I've also taken some pictures indoors using both the wide angle and the portrait lens, and you can see that the colors of those come out really nice actually. I also had her take some pictures with the camera as well. I've also taken some photos recently in Amsterdam. You can see that the camera's got a pretty nice focal length for a street type of photography, and you can see how nice that 2x optical zoom can be. Sometimes the photos come out a little bit too saturated, but you could actually tone that down in the camera settings or optionally in post as well. The screen does seem to add a little bit more contrast and saturation, and as for that actual picture, I really do like the colors and the tones of black in these pictures. It almost feels like taking a raw picture, having quite a dynamic range left for editing. I've also noticed this one taking night photos. Just look at this picture and compare that with the iPhone X. So I'm pretty excited about the camera on the Mi 8. The Mi 8 came shipped with Miui 9, which is Xiaomi's Android-based operating system, but it's just got updated to the latest Miui 10. In the OS, you can disable these on-screen navigation controls to allow for gesture-based controls. You could also opt in to hide the notch, making the top of the screen a black bar. The Mi 8 comes in blue, black, white, and gold with either 64 or 128 gigs of storage and 6 gigs of RAM. In China, there's also a 265 gig model available. The Mi 8 is being sold in Europe for about 499 euros for the 64 gig model and 550 euros for the 128 gig model, making this a very affordable flagship phone. The new Mi 8 Explorer model came out with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, and one of those has this really badass looking backside. The Mi 8 Explorer has no fingerprint scanner on the back, so it actually sports an in-glass touch-sensitive fingerprint scanner on the front of the phone, which looks really amazing. In China, Xiaomi's also launched a light version of the Mi 8, the Mi8-SE. It's got a slightly smaller screen, slightly smaller battery capacity, and is compromised a little bit on the camera. This starts at 1699 RMB for the entry-level model, which is about $250 US. However, this is currently only available in China. To make it even a little bit more confusing, Xiaomi released a youth version in China as well, with a Snapdragon 660 and 4 or 6 gigs of RAM. So yeah, by now they've released 4 different versions of the Mi 8 in different colors. So that's it for the Mi 8, Xiaomi's flagship model phone. I think it's a worthy upgrade if you're looking to get one. This phone was provided to me by the Xiaomi team in Europe who contacted me because they've just launched on the Dutch market with a handful of phones and more products to come before the end of this year. So I was very happy to hear about that. I'm also happy to be back, doing what I do best, making videos for you guys right here on the channel. I still got hundreds of products to catch up on, and I hope you guys are ready for more content. So thanks to the Xiaomi team in Europe for showing their support. The next one coming up, stay tuned. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see y'all soon. Peace.